Good morning, happy Monday. Today I am sharing the easiest possible way to make chicken to have on hand for easy protein sources like salads, soups, throw in your eggs, or just kind of snack on. Ready? Okay, step one, this is really tricky. Open your organic chicken from its packaging and place in a slow cooker. The brand we buy is this Coleman Organic from Costco. 2 whole chickens come pretty reasonably priced. These do have the organs and the neck and stuff in the butt of the chicken, so I remove those and I'll tell you what I do with those. So some people think it's gross, but these are actually full of collagen and full of nutrient density, the liver and these organ meats. So I put them in with my chicken because after I finish roasting my chicken, I'm going to make bone broth, and that'll be the next video tomorrow. But next step, and this is not required, but I am going to just salt my chicken. I'm gonna pepper my chicken, and then the hardest part of all is plugging it in and turning it on. Okay, chicken salt and peppered, lid is on. I set this at low for about 8 hours, and at the end of the day, we're gonna have beautiful roasted chicken to do whatever we would like with, and follow along to see what I'm gonna do. Have a great Monday. So it's been about 5.5 hours and my house smells really good. So I'm gonna give the chicken a little test here and see where we're at temperature wise. Put my little thermometer there, let's see. So you can see a safe temperature for chicken is 165 and we are at 197, so we are more than done. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off, let it cool down a little bit, and then I'm gonna shred it up for some dinner here. More to come. So with a slotted spoon, I just basically removed the whole chicken from the pot. You can see some stuff, it just literally is falling off the bone right now. So I'm gonna start taking apart this chicken. I'm gonna put all the bones back in the crock pot for bone broth, which we'll do up next. But first, okay, so I broke down the chicken and I've got a ton of meat. That's a whole chicken worth of meat with the breast there right on top because we're gonna have that for dinner tonight. And then I threw the bones in the pot with the broth that came off from cooking. So the first thing I'm going to do for my bone broth is I'm literally just going to fill this pot up with filtered water. You can add some apple cider vinegar, like a tablespoon or so, which I'll probably do, and that helps to pull some of the minerals out of the bones, and just kind of let that sit. So this is apple cider vinegar, and I don't really measure, so I'm just going to put a splash in. You can see in here there's lots of stuff. I don't get too picky about the junk that gets in there. The good stuff, actually, it's full of gelatin, full of collagen. We want that stuff in our bone broth. That's one of the main benefits of bone broth, is to give our body that collagen, that sort of tissue repair, tissue building, building blocks. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up, and I'm gonna turn it on low again. Okay guys, so I am filled to the brim here with just plain old filtered water. I have this back on low, and for chicken bone broth, you want to simmer for 24 hours. So I will have to keep turning that back on. But I wanna clarify something. So on my site, I have a very easy bone broth recipe, and this is your traditional bone broth recipe where you take your bones, you soak them in water, apple cider vinegar, you add some salt, pepper, carrots, celery, and that's the one I would use if I was just making bone broth to have in my fridge, to have for stock or whatever. So I'm actually planning to make soup with this, and so I will be adding my seasoning when I make my soup. So right now I'm just sticking with plain chicken broth. So it literally couldn't be any easier. I'm literally soaking the bones, nothing else. I haven't added any seasoning, any herbs yet, because I'm gonna do that as part of my soup. But if I wanted just a really good, like even sippable bone broth, I would do the easy peasy bone broth recipe from my site. It's not a very easy URL, but all you have to do is go to my site, go to blog, search blog, and type in bone broth. And you'll actually get both options, the full easy peasy sippable bone broth, as well as a stupid easy roast your chicken and get some basic bone broth. Voila. Okay, last one. I'm just showing you my little dinner tonight. I'm having some chicken. I'm gonna put some salt on it. I have some broccoli with grass-fed butter, and I have a teeny tiny but really cute and delicious looking sweet potato with grass-fed butter. Diving in.